Chennai Super Kings playing against the Delhi Capitals at home in Chepauk.
Because the Delhi match up very well for Chennai. They, like you said, they're coming off 2-2 unbeaten team.
But why Ravichandran Ashwin need to be pulled out separately? I don't agree with this. Ravichandran Ashwin should play.
He's not been used well, Badri. That's my honest opinion. He's not been used well as a bowler, as a batsman.
So probably something thinking to be done when you have a number like this since 2019 cannot chase over 180. You just can't turn up and come play cricket and beat Delhi Capitals. They are informed team. CSK needs to be at their best to beat them even in Chepauk.
Magnificent catch. Just look at Badri now, diving into it.
Lovely shot. Kicks it over the offside. That's a good shot.
Back-to-back boundaries.
Hello and welcome to Cricket with Badri. It's another episode of Cric Debate. This video is presented to you by DIVO News. We have Pratham with us. Hi Pratham.
Hey Badri, how's it going?
Very well, very well. I hope I feel much better after this game. Chennai Super Kings playing against the Delhi Capitals at home in Chepauk. Informed Delhi Capitals, very well balanced side coming from on the back of 2 out of 2 wins. Chennai coming from a loss. Pratham, what are your first thoughts on this game in Chepauk?
It's going to be a tough match, Badri, because the Delhi match up very well for Chennai. They, like you said, they're coming off 2-2 unbeaten team, whereas Chennai is coming off loss. I wouldn't say it's a heartbreaking loss because the game wasn't that close. You could see at the end it was 6 runs, but it was bigger than that. So I think Delhi definitely have the personnel to beat Chennai, especially they're stacked with bowling. So it's going to be an interesting contest, and Chennai will have to play out of their skins to pull this one off.
A thing that has been going in the social media, and I'm definitely against it. People have been calling out for dropping Ravichandran Ashwin, Pratham. I don't think it's the right thing to do. He's a legend. He's played and done well for Chennai Super Kings. Always an 100% cricketer. It's only 3 games. Anybody can have a bad game. There are so many greats playing in other different IPL teams. They are also having bad games, bad seasons. But why Ravichandran Ashwin need to be pulled out separately? I don't agree with this. Ravichandran Ashwin should play. One of the few TN players in Chennai Super Kings to play consistently.
It's not even, I mean, we are debating this because there are some people who have expressed their opinion. In my opinion, in my books, this is not even up for debate. You cannot drop a player like Ashwin. Simple. You learn to use him well. 3 games. Now, after 14 games, you say, oh, okay, Ashwin's not performed well. That is a different conversation. You don't talk about people of the stature of Ashwin after 3 games. He's not been used well, Badri. That's my honest opinion. He's not been used well as a bowler, as a batsman.
Yeah, still early days for such a senior pro like Ravichandran Ashwin. But then we have been calling it out when it comes to Chennai Super Kings that this thing needs to happen. The opening combination, Pratham. Since 2021, this combination has worked really wonders. Both of them have got 2 half centuries each, more than 200 runs each. Together, they played Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Conway. Left-right combination. 2023 IPL, they won because of this. They need to bring that opening combination back. We've been calling it out, but why aren't they doing it, Pratham?
It's an excellent question, Badri, and I wish I knew the answer, because the advantage with Chennai Super Kings is you will get a long rope. The disadvantage is Chennai Super Kings is you'll get a long rope, you have to hang yourself. Because I just don't understand this thinking of putting a guy like Conway on the bench, proven performer. Yes, he had some injury issues in the past, but how can you afford to sit a player like Conway out? Now, you don't have the batting firepower. Look at Punjab, for example. Joss Inglis is sitting out. He's a true match winner. But they have enough match winners that they don't need an Inglis. Chennai is not like that. You don't have enough match winners with the ball. You don't have enough match winners with the bat. Why are you sitting a guy out who's capable of batting through 20 overs and taking you to a very, very decent score? I just don't know the thinking of Ruturaj Gaikwad here, because ultimately I'm thinking he's the guy who selects the 11 and the coach, of course. Yeah. So I'm just baffled.
Yeah, I'm sure he, as a captain, he is given a free hand to make his selections in the 11. Another thing, Ruturaj Gaikwad, speaking of about him, 180 plus scores haven't been chased. Not even once. A score of 180 plus has been chased by Chennai Super Kings since 2019. Since 2019, they have been chased. That means they have to rethink, isn't it, about the toss. They've been winning the toss and electing to field. But when you are not able to chase a score of 180 plus, probably they have to start thinking about this, is what I feel, because Pratham, in this, it's become a norm, especially, okay, Chepauk, okay, but when you travel, 200 is a minimum in grounds like Eden Gardens, ground like Chinnaswamy and Wankhede. So probably something thinking to be done when you have a number like this since 2019 cannot chase over 180.
I think this thinking should have been done the minute you didn't pick any power in the auction. You should have said in November, whatever happens, I don't care if it's green, I don't care if it turns, I don't care if it's dry, I bat first because I don't have the batting to chase anything. Because you messed up at the auction. Auction is 50-60% if you ask me. There were players there who could have helped you out today, who are proving to be superstars or potential superstars, youngsters, foreigners. You didn't go for anybody. You just cannot be holding on to pensioners like Tripathi and Deepak Hooda and Vijay Shankar. So those are your power hitters. So, and to top that, you have been very lucky with the toss. You won it 3 times, yet you have chosen to field against RCB, against Rajasthan in Guwahati when 180 is a winning score on that pitch. Yet you chose to bowl first. People say we are harsh on Ruturaj, but really he's got to go by these numbers. What is the personnel you have? Are you like a Punjab that you can chase down 220 or a Sunrisers Hyderabad? You don't have the power. So why are you doing that? So I'm with you completely. You got win toss, you blindly bat first. Now, Badri, the stat that you mentioned is very interesting. I don't know if the CSK analyst has provided this to the team, but I'm sure other analysts know that CSK cannot chase 180, 185.
Yes.
So if they win the toss, they'll very happily bat, get to that score, and they know they're almost through.
Yeah, true. Let's hope that probably Chennai Super Kings take a look at this and they make an honest assessment of the batting abilities that they have and then take the decision at the toss. That is what they have to do. But speaking about Delhi Capitals, Pratham, every player there is a threat. Right from Mitchell Starc in the bowling lineup, Ashutosh Sharma in the finish, Faf du Plessis at the top. I think Kuldeep Yadav, a lot of spin also. Akshar Patel with his captaincy. Very, very well balanced Delhi Capitals, Pratham. CSK have to play good cricket to beat them. You just can't turn up and come play cricket and beat Delhi Capitals. They are informed team. CSK needs to be at their best to beat them, even in Chepauk.
Cannot dispute anything that you said, Badri. I can only add on to validate your statement. And other teams, especially people like, anybody else other than CSK are banking a lot on youngsters. You mentioned Ashutosh Sharma, Abhishek Poral, and they've got a new guy called Vipraj Nigam. He bowls quite a bit of leg spin, and he's a very, very decent hitter down the order. So a lot of these teams...
Very decent fielder too. Very decent fielder.
You got Faf, who's pushing 40, 41. You got Vipraj Nigam, who's 20. So you have other end of the spectrum. And one problem I've always found with CSK is they don't trust the youngsters. They don't throw them in at the deep end. So at some point, your methods are getting outdated. You'll have to reinvent yourself. And maybe this is the season that they'll have to do it. But this is an absolute must-win, Badri, because you're up against a power-packed Delhi unit. This is a must-win because the next game is Punjab on the road. So that is going to be a very, very tough game. Because if you lose this and the game against Punjab, you're 1-4. I'm calling it early. If CSK don't win this tomorrow, the season's down the drain.
Early call from Pratham. I still feel it's early days. CSK can bounce back from different situations. But this match is crucial because they are traveling, playing against the Punjab Kings in Mulanpur. And then they are coming back and playing KKR at home on the 11th because that's going to be a big game as well because KKR has good spinners. In Chepauk, there will be a handful. So this game is very, very important for Chennai Super Kings. Let's hope they make some changes and they bring it out on the field and play positive cricket. Thank you, Pratham, for coming on Cricket with Badri and sharing your thoughts on the game.
Thank you for hanging, Badri. Pleasure always. Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, this video was presented to you by DAFA News. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon as well. Whenever we post a video, you will get a notification. Thank you. I see you soon with a lot more content from the IPL. Take care. Bye.